Morning gang, so we are going to do our Saturday morning stretch session today. We're going to keep a bit of a back to what we did back at the very start, that sort of Pilates flow session. We haven't done one of those in a while where we're kind of doing more progressive stretches, so we're going to get into that now. We're just going to start legs, feet, shoulder distance apart, and just hands and hips, just a nice circle around. Just keep that going, something that's blind, a little bit more light then. Nice long circles just with those hips. And then back the other way, so we're in for between 5 and 6 good long circles with that. Relax that. Just shoulders up and back. Relax that down. Good long circles up and through. Other way. Relax that. Just take those feet together. And then we're just going to down through. Just one more circle. Same thing all around, keeping the heels down as you do this. Relax that on the point of the toe, just circles. And then over way. Just mobilising the joints, all we're trying to do here, and get a bit of blood flow going through them, get a bit of lubrication through them, just so that they're a little bit freer when we go into our stretches. Other side, same thing. And then back the way. Relax that. We're just going to move into that next, so just do one side. Same thing over side. We're going to do 3 each side with this. Again, if you saw a lot of computers, the neck tends to get very tight for people. Center, and then we're going to semicircle up, down, round. So you're really letting it fall out to the side, fall down the front, back up the other side. And relax that up. Getting it right. So you're going to that chin tuck. So with the chin tuck, you tuck that chin in, you collapse through that rib cage. You're going to roll that down, collapsing through, collapsing through, collapsing through, down as far as the feet. And we're going to bring that back up, back through the spine, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up to the top. So we're going to breathe in to prepare at the start, and then we're going to do 5 movements of that. So breathe in to prepare, breathe out, start collapsing through. Breathe in as you come near that feet. Breathe out. Back up to the start. Take a breath in. And breathe out. So roll down through the vertebrae on the way down. Bring it back up through the vertebrae on the way back up. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, we're going to do 2 more. So breathing out, breathing out, breathing out. Take a breath in. And breathe out. And last one. Breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, collapse down through. Breathe in and breathe out. We're going to bring this down, roll it down, walk out into all 4 positions. So breathe out. Walk the hands out. Bring that out into all 4 positions. So from that position, we're going to go into the cat-cow stretch. So we're going to take a breath in to prepare, and then we're going to push the tailbone under, shoulder blades up to the ceiling. We're going to breathe that out. Breathe in, and opposite way. Breathe them out. Breathe in, bring it back to center. Breathe out, push through. Breathe in, back to center. Breathe out, push through. So again, this is mobilizing through that upper and lower back. Right through. Breathe in the way down. Back to center, breathe out, push that through. Just mobilizing that right through. Get that good stretch to the upper back, tuck it under. Stretch back down through and opposite way. And do one more. Push it up through. And one more. And back through. From there, we're just going to straighten left leg out, right leg out. From this position, we're going to push the hips into the air, shoulder blades through. Make sure your socks aren't slippy here for this, guys. Do it in the bare feet if you can. So we're getting a good stretch down through the back of the legs into the calves and through that upper back shoulder blades. We're trying to push the butt straight up to flatten out. If you need, you can bring the feet in a bit closer. Get through. Then we're bringing that back down to center. Dropping the hips into the floor, shoulder blades down and back, head neutral, and breathe out. Breathe in back to center, and then breathe out. Up through. Breathe in back to center, and breathe out. Back up through. Lengthen that spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. I'm going to do two more. And back to center. Breathe out, drag that through. And back to center. Out and through. Last time. Bring it up. And then down. And relax that down through. And then we sit back in that child's pose over that. So sit right back. Feet flat. Tops of the feet on the floor. Pull those shoulder blades back and down. 5 deep breaths here. Deep breaths in and out. And then we're going to bring that down onto our front. We're going to straighten the right arm out. Bring it onto your side. We're going to go into that quad stretch. So from there, bring the foot forward, grab the toes, knees together, straighten the body up and pelvis forward. And then good deep breaths in. So every time you take a breath in, breathe out and try and go further into the stretch, but with relaxation. So don't force that stretch. 5 deep breaths. Last one. Just bring that leg forward, straighten it out. We're going to bring it right onto our back. From there, we're going to bring that, bend both feet, bring the right foot onto the left knee. We're going to just push onto that bent leg and breathe and relax into the stretch. Again, 5 deep breaths. And last one. From there, we're going to reach that through, grab the hamstring, and pull that out. Let's going to get into that glute, same position into that hip. Once you hold it up, 5 deep breaths. If you want to add more emphasis, push your heel up to the ceiling of the straight leg. Few more deep breaths. Last one. And we'll bend that down. Relax it down. From there, we're going to straighten the right leg out. From that right leg, push your heel to that wall, pull your toes back, and then start lifting the leg up until the leg stops into that stretch and hold. So you want it just on that stretch position, slight bit of tension in the leg, but the leg shouldn't be vibrating against you. Shouldn't be fighting that stretch. And breathe. Bend that down. Relax that down. So we're going to do the opposite side of the body now. So we're going to put the left foot on the right knee. You're going to put hand on that thigh and then push that out. Just get them down into that TFL, into the hip flexor. Some will feel this coming round into the glute. Some may even feel it if the hip flexor is really tight, sort of pulling up onto the oblique, into the abdominals. Depends where you're tightest most, but just breathe and relax into it. 3 more deep breaths. And from there, just relax that, breathe through, grab the hamstring, push the heel up to the ceiling, pull that leg in, and relax into the stretch and breathe. One more deep breath. Bend that back to the floor. Relax that down. We're going to do the left leg stretch now. So just straighten the left leg out. Push the heel away, pull the toe back towards you, lift the leg up. Once you feel that tension coming down through it, just grab the hamstring and hold and breathe. Nice and relaxed in that stretch. I have this leg bent because it makes it easier for people to get this leg straight. If you want to really pull through the hips at the same time, you can straighten this leg out also, and you usually find that the hip sort of kicks in a bit. This leg may need to be left back slightly in order to get that stretch coming back into that hamstring. 2 more deep breaths. Last one. So you're going to roll right now into this right leg stretch for the quad. I'm just going to turn the body to face the camera for yourself. So again, onto the side, bring that knee forward, knees together, straighten the body up, and breathe. Deep breaths through this. And last one. Knee forward, relax that down, we'll bring it back onto the front again. So you're going to bring that up then. We're going to widen the feet out, widen the knees, turn the toes out very slightly, and then we're going to stay tall. We're going to sit back into that frog stretch position. So I'll just turn so you can see what I'm doing. So knees out, chest nice and tall, toes are turned out, the side of the foot is on the floor. So from there, it's just keep that chest tall, small sit back. So actually, try this out so you can see a bit better. So sit back, breathe out, bring that forward, breathe out, sit back into it. Try as much as possible to stay tall and push the hips back, and we'll get that stretch through here. So only go as far as you're able with the inner thigh with that stretch before you start this. Breathe out, because if you go too far, it's not going to be comfortable at all. You want a bit of discomfort with that stretch, but it shouldn't feel impossible. 2 more. Last one. And then we'll slowly walk down. Bring it back right. So we're going to go into that pigeon stretch on the floor. Try and get the foot as close to 90 degrees with that leg as possible. So straighten the body up first to here. This foot's going to come out and round. Times people leave the foot hanging back, and you'll get a bit of a stretch into the glute as you lean down into this. But you're not getting the same as if you try and bring it up to that 90 degree position and then sit back into it. And then you just let gravity do the work. So you take a breath in, chest tall, don't slouch, breathe out. Deep breath in, breathe out. Deep breath in, breathe out. Deep breath in, breathe out. So every time you breathe out, you're trying to get that a little bit more of letting gravity take you to the floor. And last one, and breathe out. We'll take that back and round out of that. We're going to do the same thing opposite side. Circle the foot out and round first. Get that 90 degree position, chest nice and tall. Sink into that hip. Breathe out. Deep breath in. Change my position on the back leg. Breathe out. Deep breath in. Breathe out. And deep breath in. And breathe out. And just set that down. Bring those feet out and right. So just wide leg position, seated tall position, and then we are going to imagine again, we haven't done this in a while, that the big Swiss ball, the exercise ball is in front of us. We're going to use that ball to reach up and over, so that's going to lift us out of our hips, and then we're going to reach forward. So I don't want you slouching into this stretch like this. We're going to sit tall, we're going to reach up over the ball, reach forward as far as you can, and then circle back in through the spine, reach up over that ball, breathe out, circle back in, breathe up, stacking up through the spine, sit up tall, reach. Through that spine, through that spine, through that spine, lift up, reach. Through that spine, sit up tall, breathe out, reach. Stack it up, stack it up, stack it up, lift up. So bring that up and through. And 2 more. Reach it up. Back up through. And last one. Reach it up. And sit up nice and tall. Bring the right leg straight. Bend the left foot. Bring that in. Sit up tall again. Doesn't matter how close this foot is to you. If you need, you may need to elevate your seat, your butt off the floor on maybe a couple of blocks or a small box for this. If this here it ends up like this and you feel like this. So you want to be able to sit free and tall in this position. If you can't do it, it's probably elevation that you need, because this is too restricted for it to be sitting on the floor. So you probably need to be elevated, and the taller that the butt gets, the more that these will free out for you. So you may need to find a position where you could be maybe 4 or 6 inches up on a seated position, like a yoga block. Take a breath in, breathe out, saw the small toe off with a small finger. Sit that up nice and tall, breathe out, aim for that small toe. Breathe in, breathe out. Every time you're lifting out of your hips, reaching forward. Try and get that small finger to the small toe. Now I'm giving a small help by pulling this wrist so I get the stretch in the upper back as well. There it is. Last one. Bring that up. Just bring this foot up, straighten it out, other foot up, change sides, sit tall. When you're ready, lift up out of the hips, breathe. Reach that back up, breathe. Lift that back up, breathe. Lift that back up, breathe. Sit up nice and tall, breathe it out. Sit up nice and tall, last one, breathe it out. And we'll bring that up. Straighten the right leg out now. Left leg goes over the top of the right knee, so it's crossing over the foot. And then we're going to headlock the left leg with the right hand, and we're going to pull that over your shoulder. So this is a good one to get just simply into that glute. You're just headlocking your knee across the front, and then you're pulling it over the shoulder. So we've got this left foot is on the outside of the right knee, and you're just sitting tall. It's always important to sit tall, guys. So you get into that glute and pull that up and over the shoulder. And then we're going to hand behind, bring the right hand to the outside of the left knee, and then you're going to twist your body away. Sit tall. Two more. Last one. And we'll relax out of that. We'll change the legs. Be careful bringing this across. So sit tall, bend the right foot, put it to the outside of the left knee. Grab it with your left hand across the front, and then pull it over that shoulder. You pull across the body. Two more breaths. And last one. And then we're going to emphasize that stretch, hand behind. So right hand goes behind, left elbow goes to the outside of the right knee. Knee twist away. You push that knee, twist the body the other way. Sit tall. And then we'll bring that out. And relax that. So bring that round, up into kneeling position. So we're just going to stretch that up and back. Sit nice and tall, hips forward. Hand out to the side, and then push back. In the front, stretch that forward. Arm across, we're going to pull through. And change. And then hand goes around the back, roll that shoulder back, and stretch that up. And relax that. So that's us, guys. Nice Saturday morning stretch session, until one of those sort of longer flows that we tend to do. Hopefully that freed you up after the week's workouts, and we will talk to you all on Monday. Have a good weekend.